All right, let's keep this TWIH train going. We are almost into the second round. There are still two series left to finish. It's San Jose Vegas and Canes Caps, both game sevens, both going to be very exciting. We've had a wild first round, and I say wild because 3 of the 4 wild cards have beaten their opponents. That's Columbus, Colorado, and Dallas have each vanquished their opponent. If the Canes hold on to it, if they win out Game 7, then that will mean all 4 wild cards have won out their series, which I think is great. It's great for the playoffs when all the top seeds are gone. And it's like, who's going to win now? Who knows? Blah, blah, blah. That's what happens in the age of parity in the NHL. Anyone can win. But really, like, these teams, Colorado looked good when I saw them. Dallas looked good when I saw them. They have their flaws, but they held out against the quote-unquote stronger opponent. Columbus made Tampa Bay look foolish. The Islanders made Pittsburgh look foolish, although that was in a wild card round. It still like set the tone for these playoffs that the underdogs are here and they are barking loudly. Okay, let's hand it to the Isles. They showed up to play in this series. They had their game plan, they had their strategy, and they fulfilled it to the fucking letter, man. That strategy was a maniac fucking forecheck. Have a guy on a pen at all times. And it worked. The pens couldn't handle it. The defense couldn't handle it. The forwards couldn't get back to help soon enough. They just completely dismantled the pens and made them look dumb. And that's all on them, all on the team, all on Barry Trotz for making it work. I believe this is a cup team completely. They just looked so good, so sharp. And if they can keep that going in the future rounds, like, watch out. This is a team that's headed to the final. All right, the Canes have defeated the Caps in 7 games in double overtime. The elite talent of the Caps could not pull through over the team effort of the Canes. Excuse me, Caps and Canes. They really got to figure out different shorthanded names. Anyway, the Canes have always been possession darlings. They're a good team that can control the puck and do what they want with it, but they always had shitty goaltending. They always had Cam fucking Ward behind them. This year, they get a different set of goaltenders, although they did have Eddie Lack for a little bit. Eddie Lack sucked as well, but, you know, they've got good goaltenders now, and look at that. They won a playoff series, and against the Caps, no less. However, I don't think they're going to have the juice to beat the Islanders, who are just going to be maniacs again. And their team approach is going to beat the Canes' team approach. So, Islanders in 7. I don't know how many people pick Columbus outside of the Columbus metro area, but holy cow, they just made a lot of smart people in the hockey world look dumb. But Tampa Bay looked even dumber because they looked lackluster. They looked like they felt entitled to this win, that they deserved to just take this series for being the best team in the regular season. And Columbus was just like, no, man, we're the underdogs. We're going to fight like underdogs, and we're going to just play our game hard. And I guess you got to hand it to Torts, man. He got them ship shape. He got them ready to take down the big beast. Let's see if they can handle the Bruins, man. The Boston Bruins, the Buzzsaw Bruins, they're like what Carolina wants to be when they grow up. They are a good possession team, a good, just strong, checking, control the play kind of team. They got a good goaltender behind them in Rask. So they were probably a cup favorite from the very beginning, and then they just had to get through Toronto and theoretically had to get through Tampa Bay. Now they don't have to worry about either because Boston has once again defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs in 7 games. So look for Boston to go far. I think they're going to handle the Blue Jackets with, you know, less problem than Tampa Bay did. So Bees in 6. Let's go Bees. Okay, so I watched a few of these games, and boy, the Colorado Avalanche looked fast as shit, man. They were just skating around Calgary, and Calgary, you know, they like kind of like Tampa, looked lackluster, man. They looked like they didn't really have an answer. And Mike Smith, who, you know, who many thought would be the weakness of the team, was pretty good. He was hanging in there. He was doing what he could, and the team around him just kind of was like, I guess we'll just let this happen. But, you know, give it to Colorado. Grubauer played well. The top line with McKinnon and Rantanen, they were doing some masterful shit. Like, this is, you know, everyone kind of says this is a coming out time for McKinnon whenever he has, like, a stretch of good games. But, like, McKinnon is a top center in the league, a top player in the league, like, top 10, if not top 5. So, like, everyone should know it by now with this series. I think the main takeaway from this series is that the Sharks really were probably the second best team in the league behind the Lightning. Their offense just got it done, man. They were down in the hole in the series. They were down in the hole in Game 7 and just climbed back through the sheer power of their offense. And their defense, too. It's really the only thing wrong with San Jose is their goaltending. And Jones played well enough to win a series. That's what happened. And he's got to keep playing well enough if San Jose wants to keep going. And I think they will. I think they're going to be able to handle Colorado. Because Colorado just doesn't nearly... Like, Calgary was good, but San Jose theoretically is better. And I think Colorado's going to be proven not to be as good as they were in the first round. So Dallas, I guess, was kind of the underdog in this game, although like not as much as Colorado, Calgary maybe, but you know, Bishop and the top line guys in Dallas came through, man. They played hard. Bishop had I think it was like a over 930 save percentage, pretty much what he was doing the entire regular season. He kept doing in the playoffs. Played really well. Pekka Rinne had good games, but he also had bad games, as Pekka Rinne does. And Nashville went 0 for 15 on the power play, so that's definitely not going to help. And the Stars just stuck with it, man. They just played their game, and the top guys did what they needed to do. I don't know if they have the depth to keep going, but again, I didn't think they had the depth to handle Nashville. So, like, what the fuck do I know, man? Good on Dallas. So for as good as Winnipeg is, St. Louis was, like, I think the really good pick to win this series because they were just trending completely in the right direction going into the playoffs. They were very hot. Their possession numbers were good, and they've got a good team, you know, on paper and a good team in real life, it seems like. They brought it to the Jets, and the Jets just kind of stumbled and just couldn't hang tough with the Blues, who are just playing good hockey. Craig Berube, their coach, probably should be the Jack Adams winner because of the turnaround. The Blues were dead last at the beginning of 2019, and now they're in the second round of the playoffs, convincingly so. I think they can go the distance. I think they're going to take out Dallas, and then they're going to see whoever is in the Western Conference Final. I mean, look, I haven't even made my predictions yet. I have an idea of who I'm going to pick, and it's just like I'm sitting here thinking who it's going to be, and I think about the predictions I made in the first round, and it's like they just didn't work. Like, I thought Calgary was going to beat Colorado, and then Colorado whooped Calgary, and I'm sitting here being like, oh, well, certainly San Jose or Vegas are going to beat Colorado, and it's like, wait a minute, that's exactly the reasoning I had with the first round, and I was wrong there. So, like, who the fuck knows, man? Like, who knows who's going to win? Like, I just want these games to be interesting. I hope they all go to Game 7s, because Game 7s are just fun, especially when you're not invested in either team. You just want to see crazy good hockey, and I feel like that is what's going to happen this spring, and that's what I am excited for. Let's go, boys.